Watching young farmers come through and being excited about farming, we're having the struggles we're having with prices, but they got enthusiasm, they've got gumption. I mean, they're willing to do it, and they want to do it, and they love doing it. And that's very positive to watch them and see that they're going to be taking over, positions of leadership, and they're doing all the production, and that's really exciting for me to see, and that helps me stay positive to keep doing stuff I can do to help them in some way.
It's tough for young people because if you weren't raised in it, you start with nothing. If you were raised in it, you might be able to tag along to your family deal for a little while until you can get going on your own. But if you weren't raised in it, it's almost impossible. It can be done, but it's almost impossible to start on your own without help. And I think everyone has to have help at some point.
There's a level of joy that comes through agriculture. People ask me why I like to fence, and it's because when you're done fencing, you can look back and see what you've accomplished. And I really love that part of agriculture because you can see what you accomplish. And I think people that are going through the hard times, they rely on a lot of the good days. Remembering is one thing we forget to do, is we forget to remember the good days because everybody's going to have a dark day.
Yeah, I think that growing up on a farm or ranch, you learn a lot of different skills, stuff you wouldn't learn growing up outside of it. A work ethic is probably one of the best things that I think people learn from growing up on a farm. They just learn at a young age to get out and get a job done, and that'll help them with whatever they do in the future.
One of the greatest successes that I've seen in my operation is when there's unity in agriculture. Whether that's in your family or whether that's in other agriculturalists that are going through hard times, but when you unify and unite as people in the trenches, it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, you can see a basketball team, and when they're truly a team, they're united. And I think one of the best things that I've seen and successes is sometimes we can unite as a family or people that are in ag together and that building of a team, because that's what we are. We're all in it together.
I think there's a lot of challenges with young farmers and ranchers. Barriers to entry has got to be one of the hardest ones. You think you want to be in the cow business, and so you go buy a cow, and next thing you know, you got to have somewhere to put it. You got to have a trailer to haul it in, and truck to pull it, and all that fun stuff. And
I was raised by my uncle a lot more than I was, and he had a dairy farm. And anyway, he was definitely a good mentor. He taught me how to work, and it's okay to mess up once in a while, as long as you keep trying and you fix your mistakes.
My passion for agriculture came from this guy. I mean, I grew up following him around. Mom tells stories of I'd be in the house and Dad's out there swathing, right by the house, and I wanted to be outside. So she'd take me out there and I'd sit on the swather, and it was one of the old ones without a cab, naturally, and had 2 sticks for controls, and I'd sit there between his legs with my arms draped over his legs until I fell asleep standing there, and then he'd stop in the field. Mom would come and get me and take me in for a nap. But I wanted to be out there doing stuff and watching what Dad had done and continue to watch what he does. That's inspiring to me.
Hold fast to that dream and remember what you're doing it for. This is going to be tough, but it can be done. And just remember that it can be done. If you want it bad enough, you can do it.